Contestant number 7, Joe Myers. Joe Myers, winning second. Winning second, Joe Myers.
My wife was lying on the operating table. The stale lights dulled the color around me. The stale smell of hospital air filled the room. The murmur from medical jargon coming from behind the blue curtain was being drowned out from the beat of my heart. I'm clutching my wife's hand as she holds on. Several days prior, she fell. 9 months pregnant, she fell. We didn't know how bad it was. There was damage. Seconds felt like hours. All of a sudden, I heard the doctor say, "He's out, but he isn't breathing." Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and anybody who's ever had to live their life second by second. We all have 86,400 seconds each day to define our journey. These precious moments are like diamonds that slip through our fingers. As a far younger, lazier boy, I would waste a vault full of seconds when my life wasn't heading in the right direction. Each day, as you are and you are, I was faced with 1,000 decisions. But the complexity overwhelmed me. So I stopped. I stopped trying, I stopped working, and then I stopped dreaming. The journey was too big, the challenge was too large, so I stopped. Has anybody else been there? One day, I was walking through my high school, not a care in the world, and then all of a sudden, at the other end, was a large burly man. Silver whistle, white polo, shorts. A look on his face that could strip paint. My speech coach. His thick Russian accent commanded me over. "Joe, do you want to know the difference between winners and losers?" My head went up and down like a bobblehead. Winners focus on the next second. Losers regret the last. Several years ago, my speech coach helped me overcome a stutter. But today, his words lit my dreams on fire. I was standing underneath the waterfall of life, letting it cascade over me, ready to take on my biggest challenge, work. Unfortunately, the world around me wasn't ready for me. Massive unemployment, hiring freezes. I felt like I was being set up for failure. Has anybody else been there? My speech coach's words echoed in my ears. Winners focus on the next second. Losers regret the last. Instead of stopping, instead of giving up, I simply walked. I walked door to door to door, hoping for a job. Each glass door represented an opportunity. Each slammed door in my face gave me a stale sniff of reality. I was failing left and right, but my speech coach's words in my ears, winners focus on the next second. Every time I was rejected, I would find somebody to talk to. Parent, professional, a homeless person, and I would sit down with them and learn from them. Learn their stories. Even though I failed, I was in the game. I wasn't wasting those precious seconds. Those stories are still with me to this day. Years after embracing life, I realized without somebody next to me, I would always be missing something. I knocked on one door. As soon as she opened up, I saw her. My head went up and down like a bobblehead. 1 second, Tara and I were strangers. The next, friends. Each moment with her, I embraced. I didn't let the seconds slip through my fingers. 2 years later, I held up a ring, dropped on a knee, dropped the ring, looked up, and she said, yes. 1 second, we were just two people. The next, man and wife. Back in the hospital room, my son's lifeless body lay on the table. Seconds felt like hours. I didn't want to waste this moment. I held his hand. They got out the respirator. He's healthy. I was 1 second away from my biggest tragedy and 1 second away from the happiest moment of my life. When my son grows big and strong, I will tell him to know his journey, but to embrace each second ahead of him. Each second awards us a second opportunity at our future. You can grab the wheel and change your story at any time. My son's future and yours is only 1 second away.